We are gonna do this as quickly as possible. I know you guys hate talking, so here we go. What are the goals from now on? We have the 98 Firebird, we have the LSA swapped 02 WRX. What else are we gonna do? Number one, Camaro. 2001 Camaro, we are going to do a 5.7 liter LS, pretty much what came in it, back in it, with some decent cylinder heads, BTR springs, studs, kind of get the motor at like a good neutral point where we can spray with nitrous and have some fun with it. Naturally aspirated nitrous car. Lightweight, DIY cheap stuff. That's it, plain and simple. White car, 6 liter, turbo 350. I may swap it to a turbo 400 later, but for right now, that's what we got. So that's what we will work with. I'm not sure all the details on this thing as of yet, simply because it's like the last on the list to really get anything done. It is going to be a turbo LS, but other than that, don't have a whole lot on the plate. These parts here are for the Silverado truck. So my 99 Silverado short bed single cab pickup is going to get the blower, and we're just going to do it fairly cheap. Just throw the blower on, nothing crazy, injectors, try to just get it going as quickly as possible. That's it. We will have a build series on the truck, and that will happen here actually very soon, mainly because this car is going to be the next one to kind of go under the knife, and it's going to be fairly quick, but this car is going to have a lot of potential in the months, years to come. So this is a 2005 Saab 92X Aero. It has a turbo 2.0 in it, so the EJ205, I believe, is what's in this car. And the only issue with this thing right now is cold start, great oil pressure. It warms up, goes down below 10 PSI at hot idle. I don't like that. Plus, the oil has, signs of oil or metal in the oil. I don't like it. So here are the short plans. Try to get through this as quickly as possible so there's not a whole lot of talking. I have a 2.2 liter that is together, just the short block. It's sitting over here underneath on this rack. It's in the bag right there. So that 2.2 will go in the black Saab so we can get it running for the winter. You may be wondering, well, then what does that mean for the car long term? Well, that means that car, I don't need it to daily right now, but for the winter, I would like to have it simply because the truck is going to be coming in and getting blown apart, and we're going to be doing the build series on the truck. So that means I need something to daily. And I'm only, driving maybe 4 or 5 miles back and forth from the house to the shop. So I have the 2.2. So we're going to just do a quick, I don't know if we're going to do any how-to videos on the Saab with pulling the motor out. We might, if that's something you guys are interested in. But so 2.2 out, or the 2 liter out of the black Saab. We'll take the 2.2 liter, take the head studs and everything from that, pull the heads off that, clean the heads, maybe have the heads decked. Kind of just go through and just make sure that motor's cleaned, ready to go, oil pan, all that stuff, and throw it in the car. Get it running and driving, and then that's it for now. So it'll have a 2.2 liter. Once the truck is done and we can kind of start modding that car where I don't need to rely on it, then we'll do maybe a rotator kit on it, something stupid. Have some fun with the 5-speed because, I've beaten the crap out of that 5-speed and it hasn't grenaded yet, surprisingly. So yeah, I do want to do some Subaru content, obviously, with that car because my brother's car is, as you guys are well aware, it's an LSA swapped car. So the Subaru purists don't like that kind of stuff. I would say it's like a 50-50. I'm not sure. Overall plans. Here's the thing. I have wanted to do this for quite some time, but the Saab has never been to a point where I can just tear it apart and do anything with it. But I would like to eventually make that car into maybe a drag car, or just something that's like a street car that has just retarded amounts of power. And I really like the idea of H6 swapping the thing. And I might have something that can fix that problem for us. Yes, that's right. I have an H6. It's been sitting in the corner of the shop for probably 2 years. And initially when I purchased this, my goal was to have this motor for mock-up. So if a customer, was wanting to do a kit for one of these motors in a Subaru, then I had the means to just plop this thing in a car and then bam, you know, you have the perfect means to build kits for it. So that hasn't happened. It's a good running motor. I would obviously blow it apart regardless and go through it, but I would like to do like a big single turbo or far future plans with the black Saab. 6-speed swap, H6, big old turbo. So that means a crazy cool Subaru build. And what I would like to do is kind of do it in stages, right? So let's say we put the 2.2 in here, we have the 2-liter out. Let's say I already have forged pistons for the 2-liter. I have rods. I have, you know, a couple nitrated cranks laying around. Could easily throw a 2-liter together, and then once you know, the 2.2-liter comes out, throw the 2-liter in there, and then start working on building the H6 motor. Maybe do something like that, because I think that would make more sense, so that we're not down. Then we can kind of keep the car going and kind of having some fun. We actually have a track, hour 20, hour 30 south of us, International Raceway down in St. Louis. And so would like to get down there, not only with the Firebird, but with my brother's car and then the Saab and, you know, all the other projects. You know, have some fun, go down there and rip and stuff. And lately, my brother and I have been doing a lot of talking about his car. And a lot of the discussion has revolved around something that Subarus are known for, and that is all-wheel drive.